Hello? Oh my gosh. I'm alive. For once. Not really. Well, hello everyone. Today is a nice fine day. I think. Anyways. Well, it's been a while since I feel like I've had a yap stream. A week now? Oh my god, it's been over a week. Was it on Tuesday? Last week? Anyways, today, what do I have today? What am I drinking today? No tea today because I need to drink water. I'm drinking orange juice today. Yum yum. Although it's like almost gone. So I don't even know if it's definitely not gonna last me. Probably another 5 minutes. But yeah, orange juice good. Gotta keep healthy. But that said, hope everyone's doing fine today. I know it's been a while since my yap. I know I have like a list of things I'm gonna yap about, but like usually I don't even follow it. I like write down stuff and then I'm like, I turn on stream and I'm like head empty, you know? Like my head just blanks and I just talk about whatever that comes up in my mind. But yeah, usual though. Scuff. I'm the scuff queen. Alright, so I guess first things first, I hope everyone's doing well. Yep. Clearly my Twitter has not been concerning anyone, surely. Surely. I've been having mood swings. Life has not been so kind. But you know, just gotta keep at it. Like right now I'm on a quest to defeat some demons, and like those demons are kind of strong. And then like recently I found out that I accidentally summoned demons too. For one of my close friends, I accidentally summoned demons, and then like now they're fighting these demons I accidentally summoned, and I was just like, wow, I am so sorry, I have no idea this was going on. Demons are not fun to fight, but sometimes, you know, my local demons aren't really that bad. I'm usually in the flower fields half the time. Yeah, because I'm too busy, like, you know, doing the side quests where I get to go meet up with my best boys, and then, like, with them, we, like, go on dates and everything. And then, like, fighting demons is, like, something I just do on the side. Crazy. Demons are not fun to fight though, but, like, you know, you get used to it. Sometimes the bosses are kind of hard though. So there are times when you just gotta strategically retreat and then come back to it later when you have the right equipment and everything like that. Yep. And sometimes you're just low on health because you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And that happens too. Like suddenly God decides to give you a debuff, and then you're like, okay, well today I'm just gonna do some gathering mats instead of, you know, fighting demons. Can't always be fighting demons, that's a bit tiring. Yeah. I mean, cause like when you play games, right? You like to have, most people, well, I don't know about most people. Me personally, I like to be more well-rounded. I like to explore what the game has in store for me. When it's not just like fighting and stuff like that. You know how like when you play like open world games, it's not just about grinding for mats and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just wanna go around riding your dragon or bike and just take the nice whatchamacallit, breathe in the nice air, take in the environment, give yourself a good rest. Well, gaming stuff aside, I've been thinking about gaming stuff too much. Like, I have to relate to everything to a game nowadays. Like calling all of my issues debuffs. Makes life a bit better though. I mean, cause like, you know. Yeah. I was gonna say something and I forgot. But with that said, moving on. My brain really do be braining. Welcome on in. I don't know if you heard me having my whole game monologue right there, but thanks for listening in. Yeah. How's it going? How's it going, Sari? Where was I? Look, I had some demons I had to fight the other day. Yesterday. Had Japanese class earlier. Nice. I hope that's doing pretty well for you and you're learning quite a bit. I've been like, I finally installed Anki, that one flashcard app. So hopefully I get myself learning. Want to go around Halloween? Oh my god, Halloween time I heard is crazy. I love it. I remember you mentioned that last time. I also want to go during Halloween. I think me and my friends were planning to do that eventually down the line. It hasn't happened yet, but cause like real life stuff. But usually Halloween because my friend is like a really big fan. My friend is a really big fan of Disney and they wanted to actually go to Disney when it's both Halloween and like when it transitions to Christmas. I personally want to go around Halloween so I could stay up until AGF, which it's called Animates Girl Festival. It's It's an anime convention in Ikebukuro that really features a lot of the Josei Muke series. So I really want to go one of these days. It'll happen. I don't know when though. But it will happen down the line. I just need to work on getting it to happen. Gotta get through this year first. I still want to go to Japan in June so I could go see my mans for his birthday. I'm gonna get followed now. It's okay. I will never tell anyone that I am in Japan at any time. I'll be like, sorry guys, I'm on break. Goodbye. Yeah. I'm the one that's gonna be afraid to be followed, so someone's gonna be out there looking for a goth girl if I announce that I'm going to Japan. And I don't really go to very many places when I'm there. Because, you know, my hometown is where the big animate is. I think that's all I'll say. I mention this place a lot, but yeah, just the weeb part, so it's probably not going to be that hard to find me. Yeah, I won't say anything about me going to Japan. For my own safety. Someone's gonna be out there looking for a goth girl. You know, who knows? I really do want to go back though. I miss that place. Oh my god, I feel like I'm like super, like sort of low energy today. I'm kind of tired. I was fighting demons all yesterday. It was exhausting. But to Matsuyama at some point just to drink mikan juice. I've never heard of that place. Isn't mikan juice just orange juice? Wait a minute. Let me look this up. Matsuyama. I was like, isn't mikan juice just orange juice? Yeah, it's famous for mikans. I see. Oh, is this like... I see. Where is this anyways? Matsuyama, where is the maps? Wow, this is very... Oh, it's just right across Hiroshima. That's not too bad. I think you could just take the boat if you're staying in Hiroshima. Yeah, I think you could just take the boat over there. That's kind of cool. I've been to Hiroshima before. I remember taking a boat somewhere. Maybe I'm misremembering. It's been so long. But yeah, I think I did take the boat somewhere around that area to one of the islands and then explored the island. One of the islands. Kind of crazy. That trip was crazy. When do I not have a crazy trip, honestly? But yeah, I found out that my trip this year was kind of crazy, without me knowing. But been to Okinawa? Yes, I have actually. My first trip to Japan, I went to Okinawa. I went to so many different cities on my first trip. I think the only problem about Okinawa was that like I got a bit clumsy and I kind of hurt my knee, you know, so it was kind of bleeding. And I think the people or the family I was traveling with wanted to go snorkeling and it just wasn't gonna happen. Plus it was raining, which didn't help. But yeah, I love Okinawa. I think if the weather was a bit better when I went, it would have been nicer. It was very gloomy. Unfortunately the animate there was not as nice. Kind of didn't have a lot of things, which is fine. I get it. I remember I bought a really nice umbrella though. It had like, it's like a clear umbrella with clouds on it. Oh my god, it's so cute. I'm just like, oh, this is such a nice umbrella. I think that first trip I brought like 3 different umbrellas home. That was so funny. But yeah. I think I wouldn't mind going to Okinawa again. Maybe when the weather is better. Definitely not a trip anytime soon, but I would say a trip when I am in a very financial, stable, happy situation. Yes. It's like a reward after going through so many boss battles, you know? But yeah. I just, thinking about Japan, I'm just like, I gotta go. I need to go find cheap tickets sometime and just fly. Though, not anytime soon. I'm still working on stuff though. Too busy right now. Not financially stable enough to go. It's expensive, especially with all the merch that I want to buy. It's not happening. I already made some like really bad decisions, financial decisions the other day, and then I was just like, wow, okay, well, it's okay. Money is meant to be spent, and money can always be made. But yeah, I know I have a list of things I wanted to talk about. Hold on, let me refer. Half of this stuff doesn't make sense. What was I writing yesterday? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about my lunch today. So there's this dumpling. Like, you know how when you go to grocery stores you could get a whole bag of frozen dumplings? I feel like. Okay, anyways, but I got this nice bag of frozen dumplings, thinking that, you know, I just wanted to try it, you know, because it can't be that bad, right? It's bok choy mushroom dumplings, and okay, surely it's not that bad. Like, I like bok choy, I like dumplings, and I like mushrooms. Like, I really like mushrooms, okay? But this thing said it was authentic Chinese flavor. And when I first cooked it, I did the mistake of eating it with ponzu sauce, and it was just not good. It was not good. Like, I was struggling to finish the rest of my dumplings. It didn't taste good. Like, I was like, oh no, this is not a good sign. But I mean, I finished it anyways because you can't waste food around here, you know? I don't like to waste food. So I finished it anyways. I probably almost threw up, but chugged a whole bunch of water after that. And yeah, I was just like, well, these dumplings aren't good, so, but someone's got to eat it, because, you know, it's a big bag. It's a big bag of frozen dumplings that, you know, gotta be finished. So I waited, like, after a while, probably like a good half a month, I decided to eat it again, give it another try. Force feed it to your family. I wish I can, but one of them doesn't eat dumplings, the other one does not eat mushrooms. So it's just like me and another family member, but the other one doesn't really eat dumplings often either, so I love dumplings, but not these ones. But anyways, moving on. Second time wasn't that bad, okay? I cooked it again, and I decided to not have sauce with it. And it was a lot better. Definitely a lot better. And I was like, wow, okay, this is not like entirely bad, because at least like I really like the texture of it, at least. It's like, because you know, when you fry dumplings, sometimes like you just want the nice crisp, you know, the nice crispy flat end. Ooh, excuse me. And like I don't know, something about it, but the insides weren't as good. I usually fry them. I don't really do steamed. Well, it depends, because the steamed ones I'd say would go for like xiaolongbao and stuff like that. I think it's the shape of it. You know, like the dumplings with the triangle. Is it a triangle shape? Is that what you? Because you know, there's different types of dumplings, right? The ones I usually get are the ones that you could fry or pan fry. Which are like the sort of triangle, half circle, whatever shape it is. But there's also the very round circular shaped ones, where the, you know, like the little tops. Those ones I feel like are definitely better steamed. I usually just eat the pan fried dumplings though, because usually it's easier for me. Well, it's usually what I find in the markets and stuff. My usual to-go-to, you know? And usually, I don't really like steaming that much, because someone's got to do those dishes, and it never uses just like one pan. So, yeah, it's kind of inconvenient. I don't like steaming a lot. But, yeah, I pan fry. I like pan-fried dumplings, because I like the crunch, too. I like crunchy stuff. Crunchy textures. Yum, 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 yum. But yeah, these going back to these bok choy mushroom dumplings, though, they taste like this. The outside skins of them are so good. They fry really nicely. The only issue is the inside. The taste is just okay, but the second time wasn't that bad. It's, I think I was like, oh yeah, I think I could get used to this. Like, I think this is like an acquired taste, you know? Little did I know. The third time I had it, I think it was a while ago now. Probably like a month ago. But, I mean, I thought it wasn't too bad either. I was just like, oh yeah, this is not too bad. Like, I could eat this. Like, and then like 2 weeks later, I was like, wow, I'm kind of craving these bok choy mushroom dumplings, you know? Which is kind of crazy, because, you know, I didn't really think they were good in the first place. But today I finally had it for the 4th time, and I was just like, oh god, and me. Like, on my last dumpling, I was just struggling. I couldn't. I was just like, what is wrong with this? Like, why is this awful? I think I lost my acquired taste. Because it was just not going down. Like, I just did not feel so good eating it for some reason. But yeah, it really be do something. Like, I really like the textures and everything, but I think I still have like 3 more meals out of that big bag. Starting to think it was a real mistake getting it. Yeah, maybe I'll just cook extras and hope someone eats it throughout the day. You live and learn. Yep, I'm never gonna get those dumplings again. I love dumplings, but those were not it. They did not taste like the authentic Chinese dumplings that they said they were gonna taste. I mean, okay, to be fair, they really did taste. It really does taste very mushroomy. I couldn't really taste the bok choy, It literally was like mushroom dumplings, if anything, with like a bit of vegetables. I think I saw carrots in there. It's since it's vegetarian. But I think I'm just gonna go back to meat. I think I need meat in my dumplings. Like, I can't do this. The rats would like them. I'm sure if I had rats to feed, I would give it to them, but I don't. I mean, I've never had vegetarian dumplings, so that sounds nasty. Okay, well, there are some really good ones out there. I think I like leek vegetables, leek tofu, something like that. There's like a leek version with like glass noodles. Those are really good, in my opinion. But yeah, usually my go-to is also just chicken, beef, all those around. Mostly just chicken, or pork as well. Pork is good. Pork, beef, well, less beef for me. I've had Korean bulgogi dumplings, and well, they are good. They're like they're just really strong that I cannot eat more than like 2 in a sitting. Oops, excuse me. Cause like those bulgogi dumplings, like you could also pan fry them. They're really good. But when you pan fry them, they like produce their own oils and stuff like that. And I feel like it gets really unhealthy. Like, it's really oily for some reason. And every time I eat it, I'm just like, okay, like, it's good. Like, the first bite is like delicious. It's amazing, right? But it gets too rich. Like, it's way too rich for me. I'm someone who likes a lot of plain things. I like barely put salt in my meals. Oh my god, that's crazy. I made mashed potato once, and my fam was like, this only tastes like potatoes, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I only know how to put ingredients together without the salt. If you don't give me a recipe, I will forget. I will forget the salt. Is that what is this? Not even soy sauce? Soy sauce, I would put it in like fried rice and in... Ooh, I put soy sauce in my sandwiches instead of like salt. But in my household, we use less sodium soy sauce. So, I mean, I don't really use that much in the first place, so... I know, crazy. Maybe that's what I'm lacking in life, salt intake. Okay, I do eat salt. I eat sea salt chips. I think that's the only like real salt intake I have when I'm not cooking for myself. I'm pretty sure my parents cook with salt though, like, or my family members cook with salt when they cook for the family. Not me. I'm the one that totally forgets the salt. It's like, be gone. Hey, I like my things plain, okay? Oh my god. The crazy thing is, I like... Don't judge me on this. I eat lettuce plain. There are times when I just eat vegetables, like literally no dressing or anything. I just eat it plain. Like lettuce? Okay, it doesn't taste very good, but I would just like eat it anyways. There was a time I was like feeding myself for a good couple weeks, right? And I was like, oh, I need vegetables. So I would just wash the lettuce and I would just like eat it with my rice. Well, I would have meat too, but I would just be sitting there eating lettuce, like absolutely, like, you know, peeled from the root, kind of, right? Like, you know, you gotta separate it. But I wouldn't cut it or anything either. It would just be like the big whole leaf, and I would just be like munching on it. It's kind of insane, I would say. Rabbit confirmed. I'm just me going munch 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 on some like plain ass lettuce. Be like that sometimes. But yeah, some other weird habits I have. I'm like drinking water today because I did not have enough water for like the past week, and I've noticed because I'm like, oh no, my skin has not been in the most healthiest position. We got the whole bundle. I would like to eat, well, I think eating like the whole lettuce bundle is kind of too much. The ones that I usually get, romaine lettuce or whatever, they're kind of big already. So I would eat like 5 leaves, call it a day. Surely that's enough vegetables. I think it's enough vegetables. But I mean, I know there are people out there that don't eat vegetables, so I think I'm doing pretty well. Like I've been like upping my food intake quality. The quality of my food intake, if that makes any sense. So that's why I'm like drinking like orange juice, because, you know, I don't really drink orange juice, but now I am, because, you know, gotta get that extra vitamin C. And I've actually started eating bananas. Oh my god, I didn't really like bananas. I don't really like bananas, but I'm eating them. Can't be too picky when you want to be healthy, you know? But yeah, I do need to lower intake and like lower my intake in frozen stuff, which I've been doing pretty well with recently, since now I have sandwich makings. I have enough ingredients for sandwiches, so I've been making sandwiches and stuff. But yep, I'm on my healthy arc. No more being a slob. Gotta get sun in too now. Oh my god, talking about being healthy though. I've been exercising with Miku. It's my exercise routine. And Miku yesterday was very brutal to me. And I was like having a rough day yesterday. I was fighting too many demons. And then on top of that, Miku was like, hey, how about you do these okay, she says it's light, right? I put the difficulty on difficulty? Anyways, the exercise routine on like light, because there's light, medium, and extreme or whatever, which is like, or intense. It's intense. But I was like, oh my god, okay, like I'm not feeling too well. I want to have a lighter exercise so I don't like, you know, want to perish after. And excuse me. And so I chose light. Ooh, excuse me again. But it was like a good half an hour. Usually light is like 23 minutes, it says. But anyways, I don't know what the heck she shuffled my music with, or what exercise routine she gave me, but I was dying at the end of it because I don't know, like I was like, this is not light. This girl's on like extreme right now. I have no idea what she's on. I was like crying. I was like, please Miku, I need a break. I didn't get it. Why are you giving me like 4 punches in a row? I can't handle this. But yeah, hopefully today Miku's session isn't as bad. She was somewhat out for me yesterday, and I was like, wait to kick me when I'm already fighting so many demons, you know? Oh well, it's fine. Good exercise means more leveling up. Skill level ups. But yeah, I mean, I did wake up, well, was it? Not really when I was like awake, but like a while ago when I was like cooking, I was like, oh no, my shoulder is like having nerve pain, and I think I was gonna perish then, but it went away, so hopefully it stays gone. But I was just like, that's not a good sign. Maybe she made me overdo it. I'm blaming her. It's not my fault. I could have just like stopped and taken a proper break, but I'm blaming her, Miku. I know, my lord and savior, for putting me up to impossible tasks and making me overwork myself. Not really. I do not like to take responsibility of my own problems. Just kidding, I like to joke about that. So yeah. It's been going so well. Everything is so fine, you know? Ha 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 ha. But yeah, I've noticed I've been like recently dropping stuff lately. I wanted to talk about the time I dropped that one chicken leg on the floor and just like gave it a good rinse and just threw it in the air fryer. That was not the first time it's happened. I feel like I think I did it to like another food item. Yeah, I don't know why, but recently I've been like dropping a lot of things. I'm not usually this clumsy, but I don't know if it's because of the lack of sleep. I've been having issues sleeping lately. Really don't know what's up. But yeah, maybe it is the lack of sleep. But anyways, been dropping stuff lately. Yesterday I dropped a whole bunch of stickers on the floor when I was like cleaning things up. That was not fun to clean because I was in the middle of like organizing other things, and I was just like, well, okay. God is testing me. And then like the other day I was like eating some, well, I was trying to grab some, it was like this mung bean pastry, but I dropped that too. At least it didn't fall to the floor, but it fell on the chair. I had to clean, well, I mean, at least it was dry, so it wasn't that bad to clean up. But I was just like, I just gave it like a nice brush with a napkin or tissue, and I still ate it anyways. One of these days it's gonna kill me because I decide to eat all of this stuff that I drop. I'm not usually this clumsy. See what else. And oh, I tripped today over my own shoe, or over my own slipper, and then I also stubbed my toe just today. I don't know what's going on. I think I've just had too many things on my mind lately. Have you ever got cramp from sitting down? I used to get cramps on my legs, like especially the thigh, but ever since I did stretches and stuff, I haven't had cramps in a while. Cause I do back stretches and stuff like that before I sleep, and a lot of times I do stretch out like my legs and like my whole body when I'm sitting down. I really should stand up more, actually. I should just take laps around my room or something. But yeah, I do proper stretches, or I stretch once in a while, so I don't really have cramps as often. At least not in any of my muscles. I do have cramps, you know, when it's Shark Week. When it's my monthly debuff. Those aren't fun. But yeah, I mean, though recently I've been having a lot of like, I don't know if it would be like actual stomach issues, but like, I don't know what's going on with my organs. I need to go get that checked. Like something's up. It just feels uncomfortable. Well, like, oh my god, the other day I went out to eat Taiwanese food, and it had like this very spicy Sichuan peppers, Um, yeah, I like probably a good hour after I ate it, like I was just like walking around the area, and I had to sit. Like the pain that it gave me was so bad that I thought I was like passing a kidney stone. Like it was so bad. I don't know what was going on. Like I had to sit and I was like immobile for a good 15 minutes, and I was like, oh my god, do I have to go to a hospital for this? Like please don't. My hospital isn't open during the weekends. But yeah, I had like the worst pains ever, and I was just like, I don't think I'm ever gonna eat spicy again. It's over. Like I might be slightly traumatized from eating spicy, because you know, that time I had such bad pains that I thought I was gonna just pass out, and I literally just had to sit down, put my head down, and like pretend like I was in a flower field. Like I had to pretend I was listening to the waves of the beach, taking a nice long walk, and pretend life is okay. I was like, the power of delusion will help me get through these pains. It was so bad. I had no idea what was going on. I feel like with pains that bad, I really definitely need to get it checked though. So I'm just waiting for like, you know, an appointment. It'll get checked eventually, I'm sure. But yeah. I've been having like some really weird, uncomfortable feelings in my stomach though, which I probably should get checked. Which is why I need to go. All these weird debuffs. Every time I feel like another year starts, I have another hit of debuffs. I feel like an old granny. As time passes, your body is not the same. Though I know like people my age or people younger than me too have had like gotten gray hairs pretty early. I perish mine. I only see like 3 strands once every like 5 months probably. But it's like I perish it. It's gone. I destroy them. Hope they never come back. I mean like I think because a lot of times like I know when you stress a lot. Okay, I do stress a lot, but it doesn't show up in my hairs at least. I look perfectly fine. I look perfectly young. But like there are people out there that their stress appears in their hairs, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I hope you're doing fine. It really be rough. I think when you get like at the age where you stop caring about a lot of things though. What is it? Not to say that I'm like that that old, but I do have words of wisdom, you know? I'm just scrambling it. I feel like sometimes I mix things in a pot and then it boils for a bit and I forget to like take it out of the pot. 50 for men, 65 plus for women. Is that for like senior ages? Or like when people usually convert to having only white hairs? I dye my hair though, so but I think if you dye your hair and your hair is when people stop caring about their looks. That's fair, yeah. Does that mean I'm 65 plus because I stopped caring about my looks in like when I was really young because I just really didn't really I'm just too into the delusional world that I stopped caring about how I looked because you know you can't really change your features, you know, your genes, unless you have surgery or plastic surgery or whatever, which is fine. People like to do that if they don't feel comfortable with their own face and stuff. But you know, oh my gosh, privilege, people who look pretty always ends up like there's like something called pretty privilege. So like people will treat you nicer if you look nice, you know, or if you look prettier, or if you look handsome or well kept. I mean, I only dress up for myself and for my fictional 2D men's, really. But if I don't really care about like a lot of, how would I say it? Like, I can't change how I look. I only can enhance it, you know? Yeah. For sure, but confidence is a huge part of that too. Yeah, I think a lot of the times people get really insecure of how they look because of a lot of social factors and stuff like that, which is kind of sad. I wish a lot of people were more confident. Like there are people out there that cannot, like girls especially, they feel like they can't go out into the world without makeup. I'm not a makeup wearer, really. I mean, I feel like I should try to attempt. I don't really care about it that much. But I know like some people just don't feel that comfortable because, you know, social factors, all of that stuff. They don't feel confident with themselves. I just want everyone to know that no matter how you look, no matter how you dress, you know, it's the heart that matters the most. Because you know, sometimes some people, I mean, people are quick to judge lately, so I'm tired of that. like stop, please. Especially when like you're surrounded by so many judgmental people. I'm just like, come on guys, like you guys need to learn that looks aren't everything. Like you don't know what's going on. Everyone's got their own battles that they're going through. So things happen in life. Not everyone has bad intentions, you know. Yeah, I think people care way too much about how someone looks to the point where it's just like, if you don't look pretty, you can't be my friend or whatever, right? I think it's better now. I know it happened a lot in the past. But also like because of how like society is and stuff like that, there's just way too many expectations for people that it's just like, you know, I think the issue is people just need to learn to love themselves a bit more. Confidence is sexy. Yeah. I appreciate anyone who is confident. Well, I appreciate everyone in general. Because, you know, I want to be the kind of person that, well, I feel like I already am. But no matter what someone's going through, even though it's like, you know, they end up being a bit spiky at times, stuff like that, it's always good to just forgive them and not hold any grudges for anything that anyone does. Even if it may be like the worst thing on the planet. Okay, maybe not, but like murder is not something good. Obviously betrayals either, but I think it's better to be, you know, kinder about things in general. Where was I going with this? I feel like I just threw like a whole bunch of fruits into the pot and then decided to just pick out like random things. Peak cringe. Hey, I've been having a lot of things that's been going through my mind lately. You know, TLDR, basically I accidentally summoned demons and then those demons kind of went a bit wild and misunderstandings happened and I had to go and help fight those demons that I accidentally summoned because I did not have any clue that I summoned them. And I was just sitting there like, damn. Is it because I'm bad at like expressing some stuff? Like, I feel like lately I've been trying to be a bit more grateful about a lot of the things that what's been going on, because life be rough. There's been a lot of issues, and people are struggling out there. So I've been trying to be more grateful and well, I'm always trying to be kind, right? And then there are times when, you know, I have word salads and then the demons slip out. But you bully me? Hey, you're the one who bullies me first. It's okay, we poke fun at each other. Please don't take me very seriously. I'm just a random anime girl on the internet. 90% of my brain literally be me dating a fictional 2D man, really, like. Why would I ever do that? Oh, please. I was actually thinking about it because apparently the demons I accidentally summoned was caused a huge misunderstanding, and someone, my close friend, thought that I had the master 5D like chess movements where I could like scheme up a whole plot to just make them feel a certain way. And I was just like, huh? I was so confused because in my mind I was just like, I do not have a single like thought of even doing anything to that sort of extent to anyone, not even my worst enemies. Like, I was just like, huh? Like, when I don't like someone, I just don't talk to them. I'd rather spend my time being happy in my flower field, dating my 2D men, and I kind of felt a bit confused, but also a bit betrayed, because I was like, out of all the years that you've known me, you thought I would have a huge convoluted plot just to make you feel a negative way that I have no idea. I was actually doing the opposite. I was just like, girl, I just want you to have fun. Kind of crazy. There's so many misunderstandings in life that I had no idea about. And then like suddenly it gets all dropped down to me, and I get so confused because I'm like, I have that thought was not, like, that had never appeared in my mind at all. But yeah, it's okay. We work things out. And it happens. Sometimes miscommunication happens. The best is just to talk it out, make sure we're on the same levels. But yeah, if I say anything, well, going to that, if I say anything that I feel like someone out there probably does not really respect, or if I say anything mean, I'd rather have you guys tell me and hold me responsible, because half the time I actually don't know what I'm saying. Okay, that's not really true all the time, but I'll take responsibility of my own words if it is something that's offensive in any way or form. Please let me know. My brain sometimes has, like, it just leaks badly. Just a faceless entity on the internet that appears through letters on a screen. Hey now. But I do understand that, like, you are someone in the other side, you know, of the screen. You exist. And I'd rather respect that, you know. Prove it. No way, you're a bot? Question mark? It can't be, this whole time. Okay, but going back to the serious. But yeah, I'd rather not offend anyone, even if it is on an accident. I try to make sure that my words have, well, my brain has, like, literally no malicious intent. I fight those demons at bay. I keep them destroyed. So, but you know, sometimes stuff does slip out. on accident and stuff like that, but just letting everyone know that, you know, the things I say have no malicious intent behind it. I am not out there to attack anyone in any way, shape, form. I would probably just cry if I found out that someone felt really offended with what I said, even if I called their favorite fictional 2D men ugly, because I think they are ugly, but they're also my favorite. It's happened. It's happened. I felt so bad. And it made me cry because I felt bad that I offended them. But yeah, it happens. And I'd like to apologize to everyone who feels offended that I called a fictional 2D men ugly. Even if I did mean it, not really. I never mean it. If I don't like how they looked, I'll probably just, you know, say they look very unique, you know? It's only my faves that I call ugly. Right now I shall be permanently offended. Hey, like, okay, going on to the other topic that I wanted to say. But I will read every single message as a way, like, you know, with no... What was I gonna say? Okay. I'm trying to make sense of it in my brain before I say it. Hold on, give me a sec. So, I will read every single chat, right? Thinking that there is no malicious intent behind it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why that was such a struggle to say. My brain is working a bit too hard, I think. It's like the lack of sleep and the lack of water. and the tiredness of fighting demons yesterday. But yeah, Sarah, you're cool. I'll pretend that you're permanently offended, and I'm pretty relaxed on a lot of things though, so like, I think the issue about me is that I kind of do trust people a bit too easily, but I'd rather have that than suspect that everyone has something mean behind them. Because, you know, like, why would I spend time thinking someone hates me when I could just spend that time dating my fictional 2D men or consuming my favorite media? Like, I'm sure I know I can't please everyone, right? Or you can trust me to have mean thoughts. I'm sure you have very silly thoughts. Yes. I have like this filter in my brain that's like, it like turns every mean message into a positive one. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me, oh my god. Me burping and smelling the awful mushroom dumplings that I had. Maybe I should have made myself some tea. Should have just washed it down. The orange juice did not help. Weh. But yeah, with that aside, me going on a very serious kind of tangent, I've been thinking about a lot of things though. But right now I am thinking about nothing, so... Yep. I feel like, cause like, how do I explain this without... Oh, I know. My master paint, hold on. But I was gonna talk about how my thought process sometimes works, because I think it's kind of silly. Let me move this so I could have space for myself. Yeah, and let's take paints. Open that. Hello, paint. Where art thou? You said you're here. Hello? What paint? Is it? It's not behind anything. Yeah, paint is broken. Technical difficulties already. Goodbye. Just kidding. It's just added. Let's see. I think I need to do this. Aha! I got it. Paint. Let's move it behind me. But I was going to talk about something that I've been thinking and like trying to fix, because you know there are times when I'm just like I yap, right? And then when I yap I like skip things. So assuming that this is my brain, sorry guys, you're gonna have the really bad the really bad, oh god, handwriting, mouse writing brain. Oh my god, this is like 10 times worse than my usual. Hi J Master, can I call you just Jay? I don't know how to call you, but I'm trying to explain my awful, very awful process of braining, you know? Okay, thanks for letting me know. But yeah, it's great that you've joined in my messy brain habits. You could just call him the. No! I will refer you to as Jay. But yeah, this is my brain, right? Considering this is my brain, I have like a full coherent sentence that's going on here. So let's say that, you know, I put a sentence. How am I supposed to write? Oh, wait, that's right. This is a sentence. I forgot that I could just use text, but this is my brain. And then, oops, me. How do I get out of this? Okay. And then here's me. When I talk it, you know, okay, let me make this like this. And then this is how it looks when I try to speak, or from here to here. The sentence literally sometimes becomes is sentence this so I have like this weird disconnection, because like it just doesn't filter out properly, or it just does not come out sometimes, because my brain speed goes by so fast. It goes by like super fast, right? So by the time I want to speak a sentence, like my brain is already on the next line of the paragraph. Like, this is a paragraph. But my talking brain part is like on the first line, while my brain is like right here. Like all the way, oh my god, what am I pressing? Like right here. Oh gosh. So things go by through my brain so fast that sometimes I forget. Like, I've noticed when I watch my VODs that I like literally forget to say things, because like it's just my brain goes by a bit too fast. I just realized I needed to move this a bit. But yeah, getting equivalent of college lesson. So this is how things work in my brain sometimes. Most of the time. Like I would have like a whole convoluted big paragraph that makes completely full sense in my brain. Like it's literally a whole monologue. A whole like few 400 word paragraph that just like when I talk it out, it ends up just being like a short 3 sentences sometimes, because of how fast my brain just goes, and like I just forget about like half the things that I want to say. because there's just a weird disconnect where I just completely either forget or like it just becomes mush when I try to talk it, you know? I'm trying to improve that, which is why I'm yapping. But it's kind of a struggle because I still catch myself doing this kind of stuff, which is why I like to type things out most of the time before I say it, or before I talk. But I do want to improve on my improvising, you know, speaking skills so that I don't say the wrong things at times. Cause like I'm gonna be saying like things like, I don't know, oxygen isn't in my air. When in fact the real thing would be I keep you breathing in the oxygen in my air and I don't have plants in my room, so and my my windows are never open. Which means I'm breathing it, well, which means CO2 is polluting my room. Yeah. Isn't a stream quite like hey now. I'm just literally, what is it, yellowing as I go. But this is like the equivalent of what goes on in my brain. Well, this is like what I ended up saying. It's a skill that I'm trying so hard to work on. Because I'm sure this is going to happen one of these days. I mean, it probably has happened already. I've noticed I've skipped a lot of informations when I say stuff. And yeah, I definitely need to get a bit more clearer and concise about the things I talk about. The white coats come in? Oh, you mean for labs? I used to take labs, yeah. I'm a science girly. I keep breathing in oxygen. I really should get some plants in my room though, or at least like open my windows more often, because, you know, maybe that's another reason why I'm always my brain is always chugging at it. The laboratory peoples are just gonna, the scientists are gonna take me away because I'm too smart. My brain is too big. It's too big. Like, I can't believe it. I found out about the CO2 O2 thing all on my own. Clearly not a fact that is not well known, you know? You know, actually, the other day, or maybe it was yesterday. Hey, I am in my room. It's okay, the scientists they haven't taken me yet. I'm still here. But yeah, yesterday I was like talking about like, or I was just out in the kitchen, out and about, just like doing my own thing, and then like I was like shamelessly trying to advertise an air filter. Because I was like, you know, so my parents love candles. They like to use candles, but you know, when you have candles, it kind of just pollutes the air a bit more, because instead of really, it doesn't really clean the air. It just covers up the scent in the air, right? But candles are like, they're like more of pollutants. They smell nice, but they're not really the most healthy, because they just kind of pollute the air with scents. And I was to my parent, I was like, hey, did you know that candles only pollute the air more because, you know, you don't really get rid of the smell. You just cover it up with something stronger. And they were like, okay then, how do you clean up the air? And I was like, oh, you could always get an air filter. I was like, an air filter can also prevent having allergies in the house. I mean, there's a reason why, like, when people are allergic to cats and stuff, they get air filters to help clean up the air and stuff like that. I personally I have my own air filter in my room, but it's like chugging constantly. But yeah, I'm just like, one of these days, my air filter is probably gonna hit the bucket because it's on like almost 24/7, and also the fact that it's supposed to be portable, so it's not, I don't think it's supposed to be used 24/7, even with like, despite like me having it plugged in all the time, because, you know, it's portable. Can't you just, you know, open the window? Okay, I can't open the window, but allergies exist. My brain makes it entertaining. The stuff that goes on in my brain. I am partially sorry, but also I think you guys have been taken hostage and decided to listen in on me anyways. Quick guys, just cover your ears. I'm sure you won't hear anything. Surely, you know, can we get pizza? Yeah, sure, just make sure that I don't pay for it. I'll share the pizza with you. I'll just be a leech, you know, leash. Hostage. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself though. But yeah, talking about this weird. Hey Sari, you wouldn't still be here if you weren't, right? I'm calling you out right now. I'm sure you're having the best entertainment of your life, you know? just me yapping about weird topics that just happens. I feel like a gun to my head. Yeah, that's right. You're kind of stuck here forever, you guys. I have you hostage down somewhere in the basement probably. I don't have a basement. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are being well entertained by my weird brain doing brain things. Where was I? Oh yeah, with my air filter. But yeah, my air filter is it's portable. I need to change the filter actually. I haven't bought a replacement filter yet, and I am kind of afraid to look what's inside it. I'm here to troll you instead. I'm reverse trolled. I'm gonna be real with you, but but when you troll me, I end up just trolling back naturally. But it's fun. I'm glad you like to troll. We can pretend this is easily escapable room and it's a basement and we're trapped. Yeah, you guys are stuck there forever, actually. You know, clearly there is no door. Because the basement isn't really a basement. It's like outside, and I'm sure there's a lot of grass there too. I hope you guys aren't allergic to grass. I know I'm not, but I like to say I am. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your basement full of nice clean air and the sun shining down on you while, you know, I'm here on a pedestal with a big loud speaker yelling into your ears. As long as there's shade, I won't complain. Yeah, I'm sure there's trees out there too. I could only imagine us being in like a park with fences, and I'm just on like this stool with a big microphone. This is crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy. Are you calling me a rat? Are you calling me a rat? Is this what I'm getting? I'm gonna go, oh, I shouldn't say anything. As a rat. I will not say anything rat behavior because it'll sound weird. Suppress that thought, Merura. There are things that are better off not said. Moving on. We move on. I have crazy thoughts that I feel like that should not be said in any way, shape, form, because out of context it just sounds really bad. As if we're not used to it. Okay, but I need to save my dignity here. I gotta make sure that I'm not, that someone does not, like someone out there does not out of context, you know, okay, maybe in context it also sounds pretty weird, but yeah, anyways, moving on. I think I'm done with the air filter kind of thing. You have dignity. Do I? I feel like a lot of the things I've said I already like threw the dignity out of the trash, but you know, I have standards for myself. and I'd rather not go down to rat behavior because I want to still think of myself as an actual human, you know? I can't even say that. I just had another thought in my mind. So has anyone ever like had a favorite and they self-inserted as an item, you know, that their favorite holds? Water is nice. What a nice bright shiny day. I should open my windows. Maybe I could get myself another glass of orange juice. Anyways, I feel like I have to tell the story now that I mentioned it. So I don't know if anyone's familiar with a lot of like the 2D projects that I'm in, but there's a lot of times when they have okay, on stars especially. I'm gonna mention ensemble stars. I'm an N stars. I am so sorry, but I remember I was like sitting in one of the OnStars lives. It's like the CG lives, so it's like the 3D model lives, and Melody in the Dark is like my anthem for OnStars. Hold on, I'm trying to compose myself while I say this. Okay, deep breaths. I gotta remember to breathe. But never have I ever wanted to be a mic stand so bad. Anyways. Next topic. Let's talk about something else. I feel like no one's gonna understand me. Everyone here is too normal. Why must I be different? Yep. I'm sure everyone is having a very good day. Sure, with a nice sun out. Okay. Content. Look, you see, when your favorite fictional character, I know not everyone likes 2D men, or when your favorite Oshi or whoever you stan and you really love to the point that you want to, you know, go on dates with them, like, you just want to exist in the same space, and stuff happens, you know. My brain goes to places because as a mere mortal bound to the physical real world, I unfortunately have to self-insert as a mic stand. Specifically, my favorite best boy. Delulu is the saludo sometimes. You know, no one will treat me as nice as just kidding. But I got wild thoughts. It was actually in the recent Puroseka on Stars collab where they had the Connect Live. I was able to watch it, and yeah, my brain went to places. Yeah, I was just like, thank you for the great meal. I really appreciate it. Never have I ever thought, you know, that I would be fed so well. Bonk. You was fed so well. You was feed well. Yes. I, as a very, 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 very big lover of fictional, you know, fictional 2D Josei Muke series, well, first of all, I'm unfortunately in a lot of things, but I have my skills in Delulu, they're very strong. Yes, they are extremely strong. And, you know, when you have strong Delulu, you feed yourself. Very is an understatement. I'm sorry, I'll correct myself. It's extremely strong. It's max level, perhaps. Very, very max level. And, you know, as one would say, the best food is one that you make yourself. Sometimes. Especially if it's something that you are very proficient with, you know? If you have a lot of practice and you upgrade your skills constantly, powers become very strong. So not Meru then. It's my powers in Delulu. What are you talking about? It's Merura, the Delulu. I should have just named myself Meruru. Not Meru then. But yeah, I'm very well fed. I'm always eating. And always crying because I get overfed. I have to sit down sometimes and be like, wait a minute, brain, stop. I need you to calm down. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy times. But yeah, I think I'm gonna open my windows after this because I feel like I have not opened them in a while. And I did just go on a rant about this whole CO2 thing. Finally, it's been 10 years since I've opened my windows. Not really. I actually opened it last week. It's not that bad. I do think I'm gonna have to put in like I can't imagine the dust. Hey, I have my filters on, but it's still dusty because I have too much stuff. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Last week, for your information, was looking at the calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4 days ago. Yeah, it hasn't been too long. Yeah, I definitely need to open my windows more. I just keep forgetting. And sometimes the weather just does not let me... I mean, lately it's been pretty nice. Today is a bit cold though. But yeah, I should still open my windows. I am breathing in my own pollutants. 70 where you are? I think it might be colder than that. What does my thing say? 18 degrees Celsius? I'm gonna just kidding, I use Fahrenheit. 62 degrees. I'm trying to do conversions more often, or like switch to Celsius more often, because it was used in like a lot of the science classes and stuff. And as a science girly, I probably should be using Celsius more often. But then I forget. I just know that like I think 23 degrees Celsius is around 23 degrees Celsius around like 75 Fahrenheit. I hate Fahrenheit. I hate it. I know I grew up with it, but I also hate it. I was better at taking, you know, at converting temperatures from Celsius to Fahrenheit, but my body is too used to using Fahrenheit that, like, you know, I feel like I should just perish sometimes. I should go back to using Celsius though. But then I have to convert it. Oh my god, brain, please decide. But I know there was a time when I was doing journaling or planning or using my planner. I also put like the temperatures, and I would do both Fahrenheit and Celsius so that, you know, I would slowly get used to Celsius. US invented the greatest monetary system ever and yet can't use the same logic for any measuring system. Oh my god, let me tell you, I also hate using pounds and ounces. Like, I'd rather use grams. I've gotten so used to using grams because like a lot of my packages from Japan, well, yeah, my packages from Japan and from China and stuff like that, they all use grams. So I've gotten so used to using grams. And like the other day I was trying to mail out something and I was just like, okay, how many grams is this? And I was like, darn it, they only use pounds here. Pounds and ounces. I was so deeply disappointed. And I also use milliliters. Like, what's the US version of liquids? Because I'm so used to using milliliters since that's all we use in like science courses, and in like the science field and stuff like that. And like pints, gallons, what are they? I can't measure those. Like, I was just like, wow, I'm so much better at using like whatever 150 milliliters is. Like, I could estimate that. But like, if you ask me to measure a pint, I am lost. I have no idea. I'll probably put like 500 milliliters or something like that. I don't know. Awful. It's like, why in this US do we use like our own metric system. Like, can you guys be normal? I know I'm not, but like, US uses millimeters for guns. It doesn't use it anywhere else. Oh my god, that is so weird. Like, what are they trying to say? Is this some like message or something like that? I have no idea. That's kind of crazy though. I never knew that. But I just... Oh yeah, and inches as well. I don't like using inches. I like to use millimeters and centimeters. Because that's, like I said, Japan uses it to measure their merch. And I use it, and I adapted it. But I don't like to use inches, feet. But it is something I'm used to, thankfully, but I still rather use millimeters, centimeters, meters, stuff like that. Cause it's normal. I'm not normal. I'd rather not. I mean... Yeah, I'd rather not be. Oh my gosh, I've talked so much. I'm almost done with my waters. But yeah, I feel like, well, I know I said this before, or earlier, that I have a list of things that I was gonna yap about, and then I ended up like not yapping about it. Well, I yapped about some of them. Well, that one's not happening. Which reminds me, actually. So I actually put some merch on top of my monitor. You know, like, cause you know, I don't have room anywhere else, so I started putting merch on my monitor, on top of my monitor with like double-sided tape, or like, what is it? It's not nano tape, but it's like tape that doesn't leave any residue. But anyways, I think like it's been like a couple months now. I accidentally dropped. So I have these small acrylic chibi blocks of Akito and Toya, and I dropped Akito, and I have no idea where he went. I haven't actually went to go look for him, but I dropped him the other day. Is it even the other day now? It's been like probably like 2 months. I haven't looked for him. He's still somewhere on my table, on the floor, either on the floor, on the table, somewhere behind my wires. I have no idea. It was not an immediate search, and he's still missing. And then like, I also had a plush that fell behind my bed that I still haven't picked up, and I'm sure that plush is collecting quite the amount of dust. I'm kind of afraid, and I'm kind of sad that I haven't recovered him from the depths of behind my bed frame. I think I might have to put that one in the washer. my bed frame, I don't know, something about it, like sometimes when like things fall, it's the hardest to pick up, because literally I can't reach it since it's pretty tall. It becomes the void. Like, it's awful. And my bed is a queen size bed, so I'd have to really like use a stick to like throw him out, you know, or kick him out. Not really kick him. But oh my god, I should just bring up the beautiful paint. Hold on, I still have it open. Let me, oops. First of all, let's get rid of everything. Nice. But considering this is like, okay, so my bed, right? My bed is a queen size bed. So this is the front frame, you know, the head frame. And like the sides are kind of low, so it doesn't really matter, but this thing is like super high. So this is a top, right? Oh, let me put in bed. Wow, I am really bad at writing today. But there's my bed, and then this is from the side. Wow, okay, whatever. So this is from the side, and the frame goes like, oops, wow. Kind of goes like this. Like it curves. So there's like a little gap between, so the wall, I have a wall right here, right? Okay, let's move the wall right here. This is the wall. Oh my god. I hope you guys can read that. Wall. So here's the frame. I usually put plushies on the side, like I have like a whole stash of plushies all the way, that goes all the way across the frame. Here's the bed itself. And here's the side parts to the frame. It goes like this or something like that. And then there's like a little stand here. Okay, maybe this one could extend. But something like this. Anyways, the plushie is stuck in the middle of the place, like right there. So it's hard for me to reach from the side, and it's hard for me to reach from the top. So he's kind of like just like stuck right there, and all of like the plushies are like all lined up throughout this area. So I'd have to take all of these plushies down, and then I'd have to get a stick. I have to get a stick to reach this small plushie, and hope that I could, like, you know, use the stick to launch it up and out. Which isn't happening anytime soon because it's quite a lot of work, and it literally has to be, like, I literally have to take out all of these plushies, and I just don't have the energy for that right now. But yeah, that really be it. It's a struggle. Yep, a weird tangent of having my plushies stuck behind an inconvenient place. Not to mention that there's so much dust there because it's so hard to clean. Though in general, I just don't really clean often. Yeah. Something for the future. I think that plushie has been stuck there for like the past year now. Or not the year, probably like 6 months, I would say. Unfortunate. I swear, I take better care of my merch. Like, I swear, I do. You know, even though this kind of accident happens. Surely. I'm sure you guys could trust me on this. You know, I do really need to throw it. I really need to recover it and throw it into the washer. I feel so bad. He's lonely. He's dark. In the dark, dusty corner. Corner? Well, whatever. I will one day have... Maybe I should do a spring cleaning. Probably soon. Oh my god, it is spring already, isn't it? Where's my calendar? Well, I don't know. It is already the end of March. Spring starts on the 21st of April? Oh my gosh, does it? Oh, it started on the 21st. Oh gosh. Wow, welcome to spring. Look, the weather has been so weird lately, I have no idea. Maybe I should just go outside more, you're right. Maybe I need to take some sun. On the matter of fact, though, I probably should go outside very, very soon, so I might just end it here. I was actually thinking about it though, but I do want to do some... I'm like thinking of... So you know how, I think yesterday, was it yesterday? I mentioned my planner stuff, and I want to get back into it, and I was thinking about taking people hostage. Not really. I was thinking about like just having a small Sunday, probably Sunday stream where I go through my planner and plan things out for the week on stream. I'm not sure if it's, I don't think I'm gonna do a hand cam, but I like to yap, so it'll probably be a yap. And I'm thinking about doing it though for every Sunday because I want to get back into my planner. So I don't know, I don't think it'll be that long because it's just literally me filling out things I want to do for the week or things that I have to do for the week. Of course, omitting like a lot of personal stuff, but I think I don't know if I want to have like more themed yapping streams because I feel like there's a lot that I could talk about, and lately I've just been like just yapping yapping on whatever just comes up, you know, or whatever happened throughout the week. Actually on my list I had a 1 month. I wrote review your 1 month of streaming. Yeah, that's not happening. Actually have to you know. I think I'm gonna have to go now though. Surely that 1 month review will eventually happen. And I was just like thinking about it, and I'm like, all I did was like probably play Puroseka, Project Diva, and Yap. But yeah, that's kind of the end of you know, you've done well for your first month. Thank you. I sure hope that, you know, I'm giving some people some, you know, enjoyments in their life with my weird yap topics and holding y'all like hostage right now, like listen to me. But yeah, I want to get better because there are some stuff that I do want to organize in my brain, since clearly I've shown you a tiny bit of what goes on in my brain, you know, and that is something I'm trying really hard to work on, because, you know, this is how miscommunications happen and stuff, and like I leave out too many things. But yeah, with that said, I will finally free you guys from your cage. That sounds so bad. In 2 years' time, you're gonna look back at your streams and think I was really like that. In 2 years' time, I'm very confident I will look back and be like, wow, I was actually very normal. I'm not used to saying a lot that comes into my brain, because a lot of things I feel like I spared people from hearing, you know? But but yeah, with that said, I'm going to end it here. The longer the stream, the more you yourself will reveal. My thoughts might end up being more creative by the time, you know, because I'm trying to, well, I mean, it is already creative, but like, it's been getting worse. I mean, getting worse or getting better, because I'm pretty sure last year I did not have a lot of these kind of thoughts. I think I was pretty normal early last year, and then like, I think after I like got married to my wife, Minami, it's just been slowly like getting a bit more insane as time went on. I could feel my throat dying. Maybe I think I have to end. Oh no. But yeah, remind me next time, and maybe I'll expand on it. But with that said, I'm going to end here. So thank you everyone for coming in and chatting and dropping by, whatever's, and I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed yapping today, and I hope you guys all did too, even though I had you guys held hostage. Be free, be free. I have unlocked the cage, so with that said, thank you so much, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, and goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Thank you, Jay, for stopping by again. And Sari, thank you as always. Yippee!